Archaeologists have revealed that Brazil would have been a hive for ancient civilizations, saying that it's only been in the last few years that researchers have gathered enough data to make this assumption. Early explorers up the Amazon would talk about passing huge settlements and seeing lots of people in Brazil. Oddly enough though, within a few generations all of these people vanished. Although Brazil has a rich culture, the country is becoming known for something entirely different. For the last few years now, people have been recording strange crafts, detailing that they don't match things like planes or helicopters, and that they have the ability to just hover motionless in the sky without making a sound. These sightings have only increased in recent years, which has led people to label Brazil as somewhat of a hotspot. Some of the recent photographs to emerge show what appear to be V-shaped or boomerang crafts with glowing lines. The individual who filmed the craft is sitting in traffic, but you can see that the object barely moves while it's being recorded. A local by the name of Marcelino, who is in one of the nearby cars, said that this has been happening for a while now, and that only a few nights ago he was able to capture a similar looking craft, but detailed that the one that he saw was a little bigger. He said that his encounter happened early in the morning, and said that these things are becoming quite frequent throughout the area, leading some to suggest that sightings of these crafts are on the rise. Alex Mosio commented on the post and said that he too had a similar encounter, but said that his happened a few days before this on January 6th at 22:13 hours, close to Chicologo Beach in Chile. He said that the object suddenly approached the bay heading north-south before fading into darkness, turning southwest. He said that he has videos of the event and plans to upload them. Alicia Rosa detailed that last year she had seen one of these crafts above her house, and said that this thing didn't make a sound, and said that if she had to guess she would estimate that this object was twice the size of a standard airplane. In the comment section there were hundreds of people that detailed that they'd seen the same thing, but as of right now no one has come forward and answered what it is that people are seeing down in Brazil. Mr. Santos said the following: "How can something so big just sit in the sky like that? We don't have anything that matches these descriptions. No plane or helicopter looks like this. If this was something from our military, why'd they hover it over our main road? To me, I just don't think that our military would do something like this. Normally they're doing everything they can to keep out of the way of people, yet you have this thing that just sits in the sky making no noise. What is this thing?" End quote. Something that many aren't aware of is that hostile incidents were reported throughout Brazil during the 1970s and 80s. According to several Brazilian police officials, on the 29th of September back in 1988, a body was found near the Guaporanga Reservoir in Brazil by police technician Sergei Rubens, who began taking photographs of the incident and believed the discovery to have been slightly strange in nature. According to Sergei Rubens, there was a list of striking observations that were made that pointed to the event being far more supernatural than a typical police investigation would expect. Although the pictures are far too graphic to show in detail here on YouTube, several images were taken by Sergio Rubens that showcased the body in similar condition as reported in past livestock passings. According to his report, the body gave off no smells despite having been deceased for an expected 42 to 78 hours, with no evidence of sign of rot or having been eaten by wild animals nearby the region, of which appeared to stay away from the body entirely for some unknown reason. The body's lips, ears, eyes, tongue and parts of the face had been completely removed with surgical precision. There was little bleeding on or around the body despite the large and numerous wounds covering the body. The major organs within the chest cavity had been removed through a perfectly round small hole that could have been made only with the use of precise surgical instruments, as the holes were perfectly neat and half an inch in diameter. The organs associated with reproduction and digestion were completely taken out and removed, and this was done with extreme precision. And lastly, the body appeared to have been subjected to high doses of radiation, with evidence of burns and radiation scorches all over the surface of the skin. The police dismissed that anything strange had happened and labelled this as a natural passing. Oddly enough, a few officers from the region had come forward in subsequent years and detailed that in the past, during the years between the 1970s and 80s, various reports were coming in from different parts of Brazil that detailed that residents had been attacked by strange crafts, noting that it got so bad that residents would roam the night in order to get to the bottom of what was causing these mysterious attacks. The Fenomeno Chupa-Chupa happened in the northeastern part of the country along with places in the Amazon, and those affected described being attacked by small probes or orbs that would approach them during the night. The probes would also go on to leave small scars on the victims, proof that something did happen and that residents weren't making up the stories. One resident by the name of Luis Fernandez was attacked by one of these probes, and those close to him said that he suffered greatly, noting that doctors found high traces of metals within his system, and that something had caused his brain to completely shut down. Just a few months before his passing, his brain was compared to that of a child's. The Brazilian Air Force concluded that after a thorough investigation, they found nothing out of the ordinary. So what do you make of these reports coming out of Brazil? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.